Adults and Crafts sent me this weaving loom kit. I've been wanting to try weaving or like wall hangings, and I think this would be a good introduction to that. And all the instructions are here. It's like gloomy out, it's raining, and it just sounds really cozy to work on a weaving loom project, listen to some music or watch some shows, drink some coffee, and make a project. And also share some thoughts with you on the direction of this channel. After putting up a couple of community posts on my channel and talking with you guys in the comments of those posts, I feel inspired to try a more vlog style approach to my videos. I've been on YouTube for a decade now, and most of the videos I've made are tutorial based, which I still enjoy, but it has felt a little stale lately, and lately I've been wanting to make the kind of videos that I personally like watching. And usually that's more of a vlog style format, but still focused on a project. Not so much personal stuff since I have a second channel for that, and also I share more personal business kind of stuff in my monthly podcast that my members and patrons have access to. I'll link that down below if you're interested. This main channel can stay all about the projects, but I'm thinking more of a as it happens kind of format instead of a scripted tutorial laid out step by step. And today's video is an example of that. I'm not showing you the steps, but I'm showing you the process, and maybe some videos I don't finish the project and I need another video, or some days I need to go buy supplies and I bring you along with me. I kind of like the idea of recording and sharing the process as it comes and bringing you along with me in the exploration. I still want there to be some kind of learning component, so if you watch these, you could learn something, and all of this will be without sharing what I've had for dinner or making coffee or making matcha, because I know I personally don't find that kind of stuff interesting when I see other videos share every single aspect of the day, and I don't really want to put all that stuff in these videos for you guys either, because reading your comments, it kind of seems like you feel the same. So no personal talk, just inspiration and the process of the projects. I mean, I might include a clip of Kona every now and then, but I think she's totally part of the inspiration here. At the core of my content, I just like making things. I feel like this vlog style format could maybe open that up, and you can see more of my mistakes and you can see more of the exploration behind making stuff, whether it's bookbinding or whatever. So let me know what you think of this in the comments. I'd love to read your thoughts. It had you start from this way, so I assumed this was going to be the top of it, but then it had you work on the bottom, so the rest of it is working from bottom to top of the weave. Is that normal? Is that how weaving works? But I think I'm gonna take a break and then come back to it. I was not expecting this to take me like 4 hours. I really underestimated how long this would take me being a beginner at weaving. I'm not too crazy about this green yarn because it's very hairy. I keep thinking my dog's hair is coming out of it or my hair is woven into it. On some parts I winged it because I found the instructions a little confusing. In the future, if I do enjoy weaving, I would enjoy it more if I was winging it, like just threading random colors in and improvising the composition of it. But right now I'm really trying to follow the instructions, taking me longer than I expected. The type of weaving that took me the longest was making texture, because you have to wrap it around the warp thread multiple times. And the instructions didn't include how to finish up the loose threads on the sides, so I did some searching on YouTube, found this really great channel called Spruce and Linen. These videos answered a lot of my questions, so I found this channel very helpful, and I will be binging these videos later as I continue exploring weaving. The last step was to cut the warp thread off of the loom. I think this would have been easier if the thread was longer, because it was kind of difficult to cut off and also difficult to tie them into knots. I don't know how anybody does this who has larger fingers than I do, but this was time consuming and my least favorite part of this whole thing. Again, might have been easier if the thread was longer. I didn't do it exactly like the instructions said, as with a lot of this, but I added the dowel and tied some of the green string on this. I think the quality of the tools and materials in this kit were great. I still have like a ton of yarn left over, and also scraps. If you guys know any projects or things to do with yarn scraps, let me know in the comments. The warp thread, I think this is what that's called, it was a little bit stiff, so I think that made it more difficult to tie into knots. Maybe, I don't really know what the most common warp kind of thread is, so that could just be me, I don't know. Do I appreciate Adults and Crafts for sending me this kit? Yes. Would I hang this on my wall? Most likely not. Will I try weaving in the future? Maybe. Did I learn a lot? Yes, I did, and that's, I think, the most important takeaway is that I learned a lot from this.